Over $1 a mile.
Over $1 a mile. And what company is paying that? So a lot of people, when I would say, "Oh yeah, I'm working at CR England," they tune their face up like, you know what I'm saying?
A job is a job. And when I have a job, when I work for you, I do everything I'm supposed to do. Whether or not I like the job, I do what I'm supposed to do because I'm not being forced to be here.
I'm a real queen, I was born worthy. Even when they all tried to curse me, got it out the mud when they tried to hurt me. Can't take it from me, I was born worthy. Real queen.
What up, y'all? It's your girl AC the Mogul, and today we're gonna do this mini series that I want to welcome y'all to. It's called Truck and Truths CR England. This is the company we're gonna be doing a mini series on this week, and I have a special guest here. We got G from Xconmedia, who's also a coworker of mine and a good friend. We're gonna talk about what it's really like to bring you behind the scenes working as a truck driver at CR England. Yeah, we got you covered. So let's dive in. What up?
What's going on? Yeah, let's get it. I mean, we can't do nothing but give the people the information.
Hey.
We got the information. You want it, we got it.
Okay, let's just get right into it. So, how long have you been a truck driver?
I've been a truck driver since 2014. I went to Georgia Piedmont, graduated from there to a company called PTL for a couple of months, and then ended up at Schneider for 3 years, which taught me a lot of what I know today. It's been off and on because the whole time, I ran a couple of businesses for myself. I drove the bus for the city of Atlanta for 2 years in the height of the pandemic. So, I got a lot of CDL experience, doubles, triples, hazmat, tankers, passengers, twit card. I got all of it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
How long you been at CR England? What brought you to CR England?
April of 2023. So about 7, 8 months, something like that. And what brought me here is I just wanted to try something different. Like it was a local account. People don't realize local is much harder than over the road.
Mm.
So at this point, I was like, man, I'm tired of giving my life to this road. I want to be home with family. Let me try this local gig. So that's why I've been here.
Expound on what you mean when you say that local is harder than over the road. That was interesting. It stood out to me.
Just a lot of tight spaces all day long and dealing with Atlanta traffic,
Lord,
it's just it's tough. You know what I'm saying? You got people cutting you off all day. Whereas if you're on the road, you got hours and hours of open highway, where you may not never come across traffic. The company truck might ding you for following too close. Like it's just a lot of stop and go.
so what inspired you to become a truck driver?
I was incarcerated. I got out. I seen this little old lady get out of Swift truck. She couldn't have been no more than about 110 pounds. And I'm like, okay, well, if this little old lady, I mean, she was probably 60 plus. If she could drive this big old 18 wheeler, I know I can do it. So I went to Georgia Piedmont at night, kept my job in the daytime for 8 weeks, and then after that, I graduated and it's been trucking ever since.
I love that. I love that story. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, I love that. Women are
Mhm.
really diving more into it.
Mhm.
Still, every so often, I get that look, or people might yell out the window and say, "Go ahead, girl, you driving that thing," or it's still inspiration to people. Um,
Yeah, it's a good look, and I can attest. I done been in the truck with you, so I know you know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. And what's your experience been like at CR England?
Get this disclaimer out the way. Um, I'm a person that don't feel like I need to be working for anybody. I've in the last 11 years I've owned several businesses, and because of the circumstances of the economy, it's been up and down. So a job is a job. And when I have a job, when I work for you, I do everything I'm supposed to do. Whether or not I like the job, I do what I'm supposed to do because a couple years ago called entrepreneurship.
Mm,
And that's basically all it means is doing the job as if it was your company.
mm,
So would you want somebody to run your company in the correct way? So regardless of where I'm at, they're gonna get my all until I decide to give a 2 weeks notice,
I love that.
um, until I figure out what it is that I can do to be able to not work for anybody. They got my all. And the reason why I stay at CR England is because getting another job is not my solution.
Mm.
It's just shifting problems. It's just shifting the problem from one direction to another one. So until I figure everything out, I'm gonna remain with CR
It's
England.
okay. I was just asking you what your experience is. I like everything you just said, actually. And that's, it's commendable because the easy thing for any of us to do, whether we want to be there or not, especially if we don't want to be there, if we don't like the company, we don't like the experience we have, the easiest thing for us to do is just be like, have a poor attitude and be like, oh, F this company or whatever. So the fact that you
Mhm.
still saying, regardless if you like it or not, you're gonna stand up 10 toes down, do what you gotta do as if it was your company. Like it's
Yeah.
commendable. And that's the type of attitude that gets you in a higher position, no matter what company you're working at. So, that's something that we all can aspire to be more like, including myself. So yeah, I like that attitude.
My experience there is decent. I pick up the load and I go to the surrounding states, come back. Sometimes I got one load, sometimes I got two short loads, and I just do everything that I possibly could do to get the load there safely, unload, and deadhead back to the distribution center, and that's just it. The pay structure is based on your experience. Like when I came in, I think when you 8 years plus, you're gonna be sitting at the top of the pay scale. So
Yeah.
you can make anywhere. My lowest check's been maybe around $1,000 a week,
Hmm.
and my highest check's been I saw a check for like 2300. It just depends on what runs that they give me, per day by day, and you never know where you're going until the morning of, so when I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I check my phone, I see where I'm going, and I just get on it
Yeah.
and try to try to get it, try to at least get halfway to my run before traffic gets out good in the morning.
Yeah. We started, for those of you who don't know, we started the same time. We was in orientation together, which I mean, not really orientation. We started our first day
Mhm.
we shadowed each other basically. They just threw us in a truck like, come on, y'all figure it out. And we was in the same truck together, so that's how we ended up getting acquainted with one another. But what I wanted to add is the pay scale. One thing that I could say I liked is that they had a high mileage pay. There's no hourly pay, but there is mileage pay. I think for me, I started at 96 or 98. I think it's 98 cents a mile, because I have 4 years. I had At that time I had 4 years of experience under my belt. So they started me at 98 cents, and then his is obviously the top of the top. I'm not going to list your pay, but it was well over $1.
Over $1 a mile.
Over $1 a mile. And what company is paying that? So a lot of people, when I would say, "Oh yeah, I'm working at CR England," they tune their face up like, you know what I'm saying? But when I say, "Oh, $1 a mile," I mean 98 cents, $1 a mile. You can't really complain about that. So, and what about the equipment? What type of equipment you use? I know I was.
The all of the equipment is pretty much new. Like they got a whole. They actually in the middle of transporting new trailers in from Virginia, and new all of the tractors are. I think they are at least 2023, 2024. Yeah.
2013.
Yeah, so they all nice. They nice, cruise control, AC, heat, everything pretty good.
Oh,
Nice new Freightliner, so they nice.
okay. What about the culture and the management? How do the dispatchers treat the drivers?
I don't personally have an issue with the dispatchers or the management because I'm pretty low maintenance because I've had my own trucking company. I try to just stay out of the way and don't create problems for management. Like I basically try to figure out, using my experience from past experience, past jobs, my own business, to try to work around some of the problems and try to avoid calling management or dispatch unless I absolutely really have to, because once upon a time they was not really good with answering the phones. Like, you be having an emergency and calling and calling and call and can't get in touch with anybody. I've heard a lot of drivers say that.
I know the type of routes we were hauling was local. I mean,
Mhm.
kind of could say it's considered local, but it's kind of like dedicated too, because we going further than just local. We going out.
Yeah, well, it's low. Anytime you can come back home, it's considered local.
Yeah,
So regardless of how far you go, if you're coming back home every day, it's a local job. No, it's just surrounding states. Like, we got enough time to get every surrounding state around Georgia except for Florida.
yeah,
Yeah, we can hit South Georgia. We can hit South Alabama a little bit, and but North Carolina, Tennessee, certain parts of Tennessee, and
yeah,
turn around and come back. My average day be anywhere from 6 to 10 hours.
yeah. Same. That's
Yeah,
that's how it was for me too. So
yeah.
G, you started at 4 in the morning. Hey, I at one point I was doing that for like a month or two, but I think my starting time ended up switching to between 8 and 9 a.m. Um,
Hmm.
and the same thing, I'd be there mostly between 6 to 10 hours, sometimes 11. Um, it just depends on how long it takes me to do the load. Um,
And on that traffic, like yesterday, I had a good day yesterday. I had 2 loads yesterday, 6 hours.
okay, what's the company's turnover rate?
Drivers that's been there before I was, because I think they took the account over from Warner. Like, it was some drivers that was there that's been there longer than me.
Mm.
But there's some drivers I don't see anymore. So I think for the most part the retention is good.
And since I'm also shifting a lot of my focus on the channel, from trucking, we still gonna do trucking, but a lot of the focus is going to be about health and wellness, which a lot of us truckers need to really focus more on. I lost 30 pounds. Your girl did that while we out here trucking. But I just want to know, like, thank you. How do you balance your health, or does the company have anything to do with helping us balance our health?
I mean, they talk to you a little bit about it on the monthly videos or the weekly calls and everything, but it's basically it's up to the person. A lot of this stuff, it's up to you. You can be lazy. You can sit in the truck, drive up and down the highway, and eat snacks all day and don't do nothing else. Or you can, have exercise. Because I come home every day, I go to the gym, myself. So that's on me. Your health is strictly up to you. You
Yeah.
know.
And how many times have you done walked up on me while I was walking out there?
And you was out there in the morning before you even start to run, walking around the parking lot like you be on it. I salute that. That's good, because it's up to you. You could
Yeah.
either not do it or do it, and you choosing to do it. So keep doing what you do.
Yeah, and thank you. And that's some tips I think that I would want to leave for drivers. It's like, I've seen all these stories about drivers having heart attacks in their trucks. Unfortunately, a lot of us passing away in our trucks, because we're not taking care of our health. They don't, society don't really make it no easier hiking up the prices of salads in the truck stops, or apples and fruit in the truck stops, or making it easier or more convenient. Get two Snickers for $1, get pizza, it's like all that stuff is readily available. But like you said, it's up to us. We could always go to work, go to work 30 minutes early and take a walk before we start, or before we start our shifts. That's pretty much what I found. As far as referrals, would you refer anyone to CR England? And if so, how would
Absolutely, yeah. The link is in the description. Absolutely, I'll refer people. Um, I will refer people because it's a good company. I'm not gonna stay. Me personally, I'm not gonna stay anywhere longer than I absolutely like. They not pulling my leg, making me be here. I am a truck driver with all of the credentials. Excuse me, I'm not a truck driver. I'm a businessman that just so happen to know how to drive trucks.
Okay.
Let me right. Let me clear that up. Right. If you trying to get in, whether or not you got a any CDL experience all the way up to whatever, holla at me. I will, my social media links will be in her description.
Hmm.
You can find me anywhere, Xconmedia on X,
Hmm.
Instagram, YouTube. Hit me up and I'll give you my experience. I'll refer you in and we can go from there.
Check out his channel, subscribe to his channel, give him some love. This is, kind of his channel. What's your channel mainly about?
I got two channels, XCOM Media. It's basically talking a little bit about my past, and trying to get people to think about stuff before they do it. Talking about a little bit about anger management. Not doing making impulsive decisions in the moment.
Yeah.
Because you'll lose your freedom.
Okay.
I talk a little bit about my ownership in the trucking industry, and just whatever questions. But I have been laying off on my channel, and I appreciate you for motivating me and giving me some ideas. I am about to crank the channel back up.
Yeah, no problem. And thanks for having me. Like, I'm glad we're doing this. This also inspires me and motivates me. I've never done this type of video before, but I'm in love. I'm in love. I'm I'm ready to do it again. So, yeah, thanks for watching this mini series and supporting my channel. And also, Xcom Media, come on over here. All them followers, all of y'all subscribers, come check me out. Check me
Absolutely. Y'all check her out. She is on it. Like she on it.
out.
Beautiful person.
Yes. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. And like I said, thanks for watching this episode of Truck and Truths. It's a mini series that I
I'm a real
am
queen, I was born
um
worthy.
I would
Even
say
when they all
experimenting
tried
with,
to
but I'm
curse me,
doing
got it
it. We
out the
doing
mud
it.
when
And
they
it's
tried
gonna
to hurt me.
be
Can't
I
take
got
it
about
from me,
three
I
or
was
four other
born
guests
worthy.
that's coming
Real
up after
queen, I
this
was
to tell
born
their
worthy.
experience
Even
with
when they
CR
all tried
England.
to curse me, got
So
it out the mud when they
we
tried to
hope this
hurt me.
gave you a
Can't
better
take it from
understanding
me, I was
of what it's
born
like to
worthy.
work at CR
Real
England
queen, I was
and
born worthy.
life as a truck
Even when
driver.
they
If you
all
got any
tried to curse me,
questions
got
or
it out the
topics you
mud when
want to
they
cover
tried
in
to
the
hurt
future
me. Can't take
episodes,
it from me, I was
let us know in
born
the
worthy.
comments.
Real
Don't forget to
queen, I
like
was
and
born
subscribe
worthy.
and
Even
share this
when they
video with
all tried
anybody
to
curious
curse me,
about the
got it
trucking
out the
industry.
mud when
See
they
you
tried
next
to hurt me. Can't take
time.
it from me, I
Peace
was
out.
born worthy.
What's up? A town down.
Okay.